Howell. I'm the CEO and founder for Dropbox Africa, and also I'm the city lead, Founders Friday Kano, and also I'm the Galaxy backbone sales partner, and also I'm an AI strategist. So today I'll be taking us across, let me say, MVP. But a lot of businesses, a lot of startups need to actually understand how they can build MVP through AI models. Because the world is now changing and then a lot of things are happening. So we needed to actually utilize into AI. We should skip from using traditional model, like traditional way of building our startups. And this is why it's very important for us to actually adopt AI tools to ensure we actually developed a well-bankable startups and plans for our products. So building a global product is not something very easy. It's something that you need to take a strategic point, ensure everything is working perfectly, and you should know who are you building for. Before OP comes and money fund comes, they strategically build all those policies, all those startups, understand, to ensure that it fits with what the community, the environment. And one good thing about it, they came at a very good time when they built that product, whereby we're in cashless policy, and which made a lot of what contributions to ensure that they actually scale, which made them to be a unicorn, which means a global product that wants billions of what dollars as we speak. So do I need to continue or should wait for my slides? So before then, this is not part of my lecture, but it's kind of like a interactive session, because when you're talking about products, you're talking about people, because we are all products. And then managing products has to do with understanding the core, importance, like customer-centered design. We call it customer-centered design, whereby people will give you what feedback. So if I may ask, is there anyone here that know how many years Coca-Cola has been existing, like it exists? Sorry? Let's just give a number. How many years? You said? 40 years.
Am I right?
Okay, I should repeat the question.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is that, is there anyone here that have idea of how many years Coca-Cola has been existing?
102 years.
400?
102 years.
102 years. Okay, we have one. Who next? Okay, but I'm very sure that we guys were taking Coca-Cola and Coke every time, right? So do you know that Coca-Cola, we are not taking the product, we are taking what happens, right? How many of us that we are taking Coca-Cola will just be snapping the Coca-Cola and feel like, wow, and it's usual, somebody will be like straight and all those things. So this is to show you that Coca-Cola is not only selling the bottle, the chemicals, but they are selling what happiness. So this is how you two as a startup founder you should be. You should always have a what? Feedback. And what sustained them for that years is because they have been able to actually build a strategic point, or let me just say a connection on how to get information, on how to develop this global product. So whenever you are building a product, you must ensure that you are getting each and every word answers, let me just say suggestions, feedback from your customers, because you are no longer building that product for yourself, but for the people. So talk of the MVP. So the MVP is the minimal viable product, which means the early stage. So a lot of startups, a lot of companies have been have developed, and some of them failed, some of them scaled. So MVP is just to give you, the strategic point on how to test, run, your product. It's not just like you want to scale it. No, you are just running it. Which means you need to go each and every angle to validate that idea. Okay, imagine you guys are coming here and then you find out there's a problem. Maybe there is a network problem or something else. Okay, and you want to develop a solution for that specific people. What you need to do is that first you should have the idea, the core idea. When you have the core idea, number two, you go ahead by asking people, hey bro, hey, please, I wanted to develop this thing and that. How do you see from your head? You just say that, okay, yeah, this is a good idea. I think that this will solve a lot of problems for me. He's giving you what? His own what? His own idea, or let me just say his own thinking or opinion. You still go to another person, you still go to another person, you still go to another person. So this is how you can be able to know that if that product will scale or not, if people are in need of that service or not. Because a lot of people are like, they are developing a product and people are no longer using it. Why? The reason why is that you can build a product in Abuja, but someone in Lagos cannot use it. You can build a product in Jos, or in Ilorin, or in Patako. Someone in Taraba cannot use it. Which means you need to understand what the environment that you are doing. Who are your target customers? Who are your target audience? You can't build something that they call it a global product while someone from Australia can no longer use it. Let me make an example with our own AI Brainy. We call it a Brainy. When we developed Brainy, we understand that a lot of people in Nigeria, especially the students, are struggling with what? With documents, PDFs. So we developed this chatbot to help them understand their courses, even to watch them online, even to actually ask them. It's just a personalized e-learning platform. What I'm trying to say is that we consult a lot of students, which as we speak right now, we have over 30,000 users. And most of those users are not from Nigeria, but you can see products from Nigeria. Brain from Nigeria. But a lot of people from Australia, from China, from UK, from Saudi Arabia are using the products. This is because they understand that they are in need of that service. To just understand you, your core preferences, and then to give you a personalized learning on how you want it to be. So this is to show you that whenever you are building an MVP, it's very important to actually understand who are you building the product to, why are you building the product, what kind of AI tools are you going to use, how about the securities, right? I'm very sure most of us here, we invest like hugely in our banks because of our security. So this to show you that a lot of people are struggling to see how they can get their securities. I can remember a few years back, some people are battling saying that OPay, there are scammers, this and that, a lot of things. But OPay ensured that they give people a good trust that you will feel like you needed to put your money. They don't have office back then, but people still battling to say that, how can I even trust this brand? How can I trust this brand? But because they trust the process and they ensure that people trust them back, by having a good support customer care centers, by having a good feedback, because imagine someone that will come and put 1 million naira in his OPay and then later to refresh and couldn't find it, and he speaks to customer care, they are not responding, will still panic. And that will cause a lot of problem because the next few hours or few days will no longer use their account again. So this shows you that they invest hugely in their security aspect, which they get the people trust. So this is the same thing that whenever you are building a product, you must ensure that whatsoever you are building is something very standard that people will appreciate and even recommend from that service. Okay. So before my slide comes up, though I'm taking this off. We have a lot of websites that we can be able to go and see kind of startup ideas that have failed and why did they fail. It's not a bad idea to fail because there are lots of people who build something and then things like that will be what? Will be tarnished, will be vanished, and so on. Let's talk about Canva. Before Kappa comes to life, they have rejected her idea about 5 times, let me just say 5 times. But she still believes that she can still do that thing. You too, you can still do yours. Because someone as an investor, what he needs is ROI, return of investment. If I invest 1 million naira, can that 1 million naira come back to me? We'll still have that equity. You understand? And how was the sustainable plan? So, which means every investor is looking up to 1 or 2 things before he invests his money. So now, if we can actually calculate the number of users that use Canva, you can see that a lot of people are using it because it's flexible, right? Okay, now that our slide is on, so I'd like us to take the stage. So, whenever we're talking about MVP, we're talking about managing data, ethics, and trust in AI products. Each and every day, AI products are what's coming up. So how can we identify this real AI product that we can be able to use? Okay, next slide. Okay, so whenever we're talking about AI product, we're talking about experience unprecedented acceleration, moving rapidly from mobile products, you understand, to stage global scale of deployments. It's about how you come up to the idea and how you try to deploy the idea. You understand? The deployment is not just about you finish it all. No, it's about the first stage that you are taking to ensure everything is working fluently. This transform represents one of the most significant shifts in modern technology in the world. As we speak right now, a lot of companies are using AI products to scale their businesses. A lot. This is because AI have come in a very good time that people can be able to use it. And how can you use it? It's about understanding the core references and how you can actually use it to scale your businesses. 90% of the company we have right now, they are using AI product. Not just because of the global trend, and they must adopt on that global trend. So, however, scaling AI is not merely technical challenges. It's not something very hard, because if you compare to 2010 to 2026, you can see the differences. Before, if you want to develop a minimal viable product, you need to go in helter-skelter to ensure that you build that product. But now, with the help of AI in your comfort zone, in your offices, in your house, in your coffee shops, irrespective of whenever you are, you can build that and then it will work for you. And that will help you a long way to even sell out your companies. While infrastructure, compute power, and modern optimization are critical, the true complementarity lies in getting interconnected, which means investing hugely in data, integration, ethical responsibility, and user trust.